Today, we're taking a closer look at a Blancpain 50 Fathoms homage from Watch Dives, a brand whose name is questionable to say the least. Luckily, it is tucked away inside a small logo, so in person you really have to bring the dial close to your eyes to read it. Behind the silly name hides one of the best value divers I ever recorded. The 50 Fathoms homage comes in two dial variants, the no-rad mil-spec inspired dial with loom plots and this one, which I prefer. Both dials are available in either a steel case that comes with a mineral crystal and a glossy ceramic bezel that will set you back $89, or this titanium one with a sapphire and matte ceramic for just a tad more and $119. Beside the dial, both variants share the Seiko NH35 movement and 300 meters of water resistance thanks to a screw-in crown. I went with this one simply because I liked the look of the matte ceramic bezel and darkness of titanium more. The sapphire is just a bonus. Both variants are available with a selection of NATO straps, which are actually pretty decent in quality. But if you follow my channel, you know I hate those, so I knew I will be putting it on one of my own. Some people might have a problem with that, as for some reason the lug width is 19mm instead of the more usual 20. In my case, it wasn't a problem, as my Reverso Duo Face also has the same lug width, and being one of my all-time favorites in the collection, I have a dozen 19mm straps available. I ended up putting it on this custom-made tan diabolic, which funnily costs more than the watch, but I love the result. The watch that is already pretty thick at 14mm sits lower than on the supplied NATO, while the tan color of the strap goes well with the faux patina loom and creates a great contrast with the dark titanium case. Thanks to a reasonable 40mm diameter and 48mm lug-to-lug, the watch wears comfortably and looks pretty much perfect on my 6.5-inch wrist, something Blancpain keeps ignoring and only releasing smaller watches as part of their limited edition series. The bezel is easy to grip with very precise clicks and pretty much perfect alignment, and I really have only one complaint, which is the resistance. I wish it was just slightly harder to turn. But I have to admit it didn't accidentally move in these couple of weeks of wear, so my fear during the unboxing was slightly exaggerated. Still, I wish it offered more resistance. As for the finish quality, everything is very clean. There's almost no dust or foreign materials, and all the printing and loom application is crisp and very sharp. I noticed a single flaw on one of the hands, but that is only visible under macro, which makes this yet another piece of evidence in my theory that these ultra-cheap watches from China have increased in quality dramatically over the last couple of years. They went from being a smudge fest with hair and dust under the crystal to matching watches costing 10 to about 100 times more in finish and assembly quality. If you have a problem with this copying a limited edition watch that costs $20,000+ that most people won't be able to afford, I understand, but it still doesn't change the fact that it is one of the best value divers currently on the market, with specs that seem surreal at the price they're asking for this. When you count in the current inflation and how much everything else has gone up in price, it makes this a true bargain. That is gorgeous thanks to being a copy of one of the prettiest divers out there. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.